I am somewhat terrified for this present generation that has been trapped with no heritage, being confused with no truth and no hope. Without an understanding of an eternal God with an eternal purpose, we are lost, looking within, asking, "Who am I?" There are many myths and many truths that people believe about the origin of Lucifer and the third of the angels that rebelled and were banished from the third heavens. Without this knowledge, there is no explanation that explains the history of conflict that is now raging on our globe. It is what we don't see that is so dangerous, and it has helped trap humanity in carnal pursuit without eternity as the foundation. Lucifer's first assault on humanity was to convince them in the garden that they are gods to serve themselves with their carnal devices of their sensuality. The Apostle Paul wept with tears over those who live as enemies of the cross of Christ, whose God has become their senses. The prophet Daniel warned us of the present final world order that would come, consummating the revival of the former Roman Empire right before our eyes. In concert, the returning hand of the Messiah with his blade of sifting is deposing these present merchants of fear and hate as the lines are forming in battle. These merchants are fiercely presiding over this dark world order in many arenas with a myriad of strategies. They have disemboweled the globe from God's original purpose, as they have activated the mystery of lawlessness with a continual stream of violence and corruption. Evil's final solution has come to fruition through tribalism dissecting governments, nations, and communities, even down to the family and the individual under the lie of unity. Satan restarted his evil campaign from the third heavens that would assault the earth with the first world order. We are tragically living its final reprint because we have not learned from the history of rebellion. In the beginning with Noah, what was it that was so deceptive and alluring that it could have swept away an entire generation with absolutely no regard for life's intent? The seduction of Cain by the fallen angels seeded the eventual development of the first great rebellion, defying God and his eternal purpose. The way of Cain was based on following your own desires and embracing your own moral authority. Cain and the fallen ones created a radical new path where one person could control others into a cultic order to prosper themselves while controlling others. The society surrounding the family of Noah was saturated with a foundation of violence, corruption, and degradation. The techno-explosion and the increase of knowledge was catapulted into every facet of the cities of Cain, dooming them to the identical magnets we are consumed with today. The mystery of drugs and alchemy spanned from establishing tools and weapons to building and protecting the cultic cities that Cain created. The spiritual and physical interaction between demonic forces and humans were already morphing into hybrid relations that were never meant to be, as social media and technology has been drowning the last two generations to distort the eternal purpose in life. As we have witnessed the collage of false politicians, false media, and false prophets distort liberty and justice for decades, we have finally reached the point of the closing harvest. It is a monumental moment in time, but God's prophetic word declares it will be a short moment. The prophet Ezekiel warns that the window of peace in Israel will close as the merchants of fear and hate from Russia and radical Islam set their hooks to draw them into a siege to destroy Israel. Then the ultimate merchant, the Antichrist, will soon come on his white horse, offering peace and security. But this moment will lead into the arrival of the true Messiah in the Valley of Decision.